it. From now on, you are watching comedies only.
Turn it back on, Henry.
Why? So you can sob your way through another box of tissues? Devour another gallon of ice cream? Actually, it doesn't sound so bad, but it's the crying, Katie. The crying has to stop, okay?
Go away. I don't need your help.
No, you're a classic. I see a new hairstyle just around the corner.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you've done everything that a woman does to try to forget a man, and nothing has worked. You're still hung up on Mike.
So I'll get over it.
Call him. Now.
Hughes. Mr. You want to see me?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming by, Mike. Listen, the hospital board has approved an expansion for the emergency room, and we'll be accepting construction bids very soon, and I was hoping that you'd submit one.
Oh, thanks for the offer, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be around to take advantage of it.
Are you taking a vacation?
I'm leaving Oakdale for good.
Who is that?
My accountant. He's helping me with the mortgage application for the condo. And he ran a credit report on you, Allison.
And let me guess, I flunked with flying colors?
Pretty much.
Well, I didn't used to be so responsible about money.
He said you owed one credit card company over $300 for the last 2 years.
Is it really that much? Well, it was my first credit card, and there was a lot of things that I needed.
Great.
But we're still gonna get the condo, right? I mean, it's all I keep thinking about.
And it's all I can think about, too. Allison, I can't wait to live there with you.
So then it's all gonna work out.
I'm sure we'll think of something.
Okay. I knew that you could fix it. Will you call me and let me know how it went?
Sure. You going somewhere?
Oh, yeah. I just have to run some errands, but I'll see you later.
Hey, how's your application going?
Not too bad.
Is there something wrong?
No, it's fine. Allison's credit isn't the best. We may end up paying a higher interest rate.
Ooh. You know, why don't you try talking to the mortgage broker?
Well, Phil's doing that later today, Mom. Don't worry. It's gonna work out.
Listen, I know that you and Allison are really excited about this move. And actually, I don't blame you because it is exciting. When you're happy, then I'm happy too. But while you're busy being happy, don't forget to throw in a little common sense, okay?
Carly, it's Paul. Give me a call when you get this. I'd like for us to finish the conversation we started yesterday. Carly, it's Paul again. Just wondering if you got home yet.
My, you are quite the persistent.
It's you. Well, if this is some kind of social call, I'm really not interested in being social with you.
Easy, Canada wasn't fun.
No, being thrown in jail never is.
I saw Cabot.
That must have been tough.
No, it was great. I think his birth mother will really take good care of him.
Did you harass her, Craig? Is that why you wound up in jail?
Well, I did slightly misjudge her attachment.
Right, you offered her money to get him back.
Oh, and I offered her a lot more than that, believe me, but she freaked and called the police, which is why I ended up behind Canadian bars. All thanks to your new buddy, Paul Ryan.
No. Craig, Paul is not the one who tipped the police about Cabot.
Oh, why? Because he's such a nice guy.
No, because he cares too much about Rosanna.
Yeah, hi, Rosanna. Listen, I know you probably want to be left alone, but if you change your mind and you feel like company, please let me know. And I'm looking in on Lucy like you asked. I check up on her as much as I can. I guess that's it. I miss you, and hope to hear from you soon.
Was that Rosanna?
Yeah, I was leaving her a message.
I really feel very badly for her. Losing a child that you thought was your own. It's very tragic.
Well, I'm glad to hear you have sympathy for her.
I do. I'm also glad that she's left town.
Why is that?
Because she's Craig Montgomery's wife. And yet she's become very dependent on you, and that can only lead to trouble,
Okay,
Paul, don't you?
stop it. Just stop it, Mother. Don't you ever talk to me like that again.
I can't believe they're letting this Clark guy get away with this. I mean, come on. Anybody that puts a drug in a girl's drink, are you serious? I swear, you know what? Somebody needs to take this punk to school. That's what needs to be done.
Oh, now for you, buddy. Just let me know.
Yeah, well, I wish, but unfortunately, it's not happening. Lucy doesn't want me protecting her anymore.
Hey! Hi, Curtis. Can we talk for a second? It's kind of important.
Yeah. Hey, Curtis. I'm on break. Come on. What's going on?
Guess where I'm living?
I give up.
You know, come on, just guess.
With Chris?
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Well, you told me to guess, Allie.
Yeah, but you didn't have to be right.
Okay, hey, I'm sorry. Okay, so where do you guys find a place?
Well, we're living at his parents right now, but not for long because we're buying a condo. But it won't be ready for a couple months.
Wait a minute. What do you mean condo? Where'd you find the money to buy a condo?
Well, most of it's Chris's, but I chipped in some.
Wow, that's good. So you guys aren't wasting any time. That's good.
Well, I know that we're moving fast, but we really want to concentrate on our future, and that's why you and we really have to get moving on that annulment, you know?
Right. Well, you said I was going to be getting some papers or something, right?
Yeah, you know, I've got them right here, and all you have to do is sign them and get them notarized.
Okay. All right. Done.
I know that you don't like Chris.
No, come on, Allie. That's not what I'm thinking. Please don't try to get in my head right now.
Isn't that what a friend's supposed to do?
Allison, I'm very glad everything worked out for you, and I hope that you and Chris stay together for a very long time. Okay, but right now it's a very tough time for me. All I want is another shot with Lucy, and she doesn't want me anywhere near her.
That's terrible, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not the worst part. The other night at Metro, that party, yeah, Lucy almost got raped. And I'm the one that let it happen.
I know it's kind of early for lunch, but then you didn't have any breakfast.
Yeah, well, I'm not hungry, but thanks for thinking of me.
Honey, I know you're in a hurry.
And I know what you're going to say.
About the condo.
Right. You don't think I should buy it. You know what, Mom? It's not your decision, and it's what Allison and I want to do.
And I realize that, and I respect it. But, son, buying property together is a really serious business. And you need to ask a lot of questions, and I'm not really sure that's what you're doing.
Well, if I haven't asked them, I'm sure my accountant has.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to fill in some of the blanks for him. For instance, how are you going to pay for your mortgage? You're going to have a joint account, or you're going to have separate accounts? Who's going to pay for your furniture? You need that. Your food, your clothes, your utilities. Are you going to split it down the middle?
Okay, Mom, stop. All right, Allison and I haven't figured out all the details yet, but it's going to be fine. We'll just figure it out as we go along.
Have you and Allison decided to get married?
I don't know, Mother. We haven't discussed it yet.
Christopher, let me tell you something about women. As a rule, they see marriage as a good thing. And even though they don't say anything
Okay, Mom, time out here. You want me to tell you where Allison and I are going to be in 10 years? I can't, okay? I can't do that. But what I can tell you is that we are committed to each other, and that's important, at least to us.
And I can tell you that I know without a doubt in my heart that you and Allison really do care for one another. A lot. But that's still not a good enough reason to buy property together.
You want me to back out of this condo? I'm not going to do it.
That's not what I'm suggesting. Will you stand still and listen to me for a minute? I am trying to suggest that instead of letting Allison's bad credit ruin yours, you buy the condo yourself. And if necessary, your dad and I will help financially. Then after you and Allison are more certain of your future, you can refinance, you can pay us back, and you can put the property in both of your names.
Mom, that's not how I want to do it.
You'll still be together. I mean, it's just a little protection for you. Is that such a bad idea?
Mom, I'm sorry I flew off the handle like that. I think maybe we need some ground rules. Subjects that we can discuss, and then other subjects that are off limits.
Sure, honey, whatever you want.
My personal life. No advice, okay? No opinions. What I do after work has got nothing to do with you.
I only brought up Rosanna
I don't
because...
want to know what your reasons were. The business, my immediate family, that's it. Nothing else is open to discussion.
Okay, if that's the way you want it, that's the way it'll be.
Great. So, anything specific you wanted to talk about concerning BRO?
Actually, I was on the phone with Paris this morning. I talked to Henri. He said you'd fired our accountant.
That's right.
Honey, I don't understand. Giselle's been with me for over 10 years.
Giselle was duplicating the work of a new software program I just installed. She was costing us money we don't need to spend.
Didn't you think you should have consulted with me first?
When you asked me to be a part of BRO, you said that I would take care of the business and you would look after all the design elements. Now, has anything changed since then?
No, but I
Great,
just...
then what's the problem? Unless you stop trusting me. I mean, well, that's a possibility.
Oh, no. Of course I trust you. I trust you more than
Great.
anyone else in this
Then
entire...
you get back to your sketch pad, and I'll take care of everything else.
Well, I have some wonderful ideas for summer. I think you'll be very pleased.
See, that's great, Mom. I can't wait to see them. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Got some ideas for you too, Barbara. But I don't think you're going to be happy with them.
I saw Annabelle Fettel in jail. She said she wasn't the one who turned me in.
And you believed her? Craig, the woman is a baby snatcher.
She got it from the detective assigned to the case. He said a man in Oakdale called the Mounties about Cap.
I repeat, Annabelle Fettel is not a reliable source.
Why would she turn me in? It only makes things worse for her.
Well, maybe it was somebody else. Just not Paul.
Oh, but listen, poor little rich boy blames his excruciating life on everybody but himself. He still blames me for his mother. Not to mention the Rose murder fiasco. No, he thought he saw a way to get to me. And he took it.
There's just one problem with your little theory, Craig, and that is that Paul did not know that Cabot's adoption was illegal unless you told him yourself, which I seriously doubt. You must talk Dusty out of testifying against me, then the charges get dropped.
And in return?
In return, I forget that I know anything about you helping the cops have a strong case against Paul Ryan, or anything about you having an involvement with Annabelle Fettel, black market baby broker.
Oh, no. It's him.
You're looking for a scapegoat, Craig. Somebody to blame besides yourself.
Listen, Carly, I knew what I did wasn't exactly squeaky clean, but I never knew it was illegal. All right? Paul Ryan caused us to lose that baby. My new son. So you smell whatever perfume you want. I'm going to prove he did it.
Put the phone down, Henry. I am not calling Mike.
Well,
right, how about a singing telegram?
No.
Okay, emails, smoke signals, I don't care. Katie, you have to make contact.
I wouldn't even know what to say.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, hello, that's all you have to say. And then nature will take its course and you two will never have to say goodbye to each other again.
As long as Simon's out there, I can't get involved with anyone else.
Katie, Simon's gone for good, all right? And Mike, on the other hand, never left.
I know, but I can't. I made my decision. I'm sure Mike already feels jerked around enough. It wouldn't be fair for me to go back on my word.
You still love him?
It doesn't matter.
It's the only thing that matters. Life without love is, well, you're looking at it.
I have to go.
Where?
I'm going to the hospital. I have to pick up my check. Thank you, though, for trying. Mike and I, what we had, it was amazing, but it's finished. See ya.
Hello, Mike? Hey, thank God. Oh, it's Henry. Henry Coleman.
Hey, Henry. Something wrong?
It's the water heater at Katie's cottage. Man, I think it's gonna explode.
How can you tell?
It's with this. It's hard to see because of all the smoke.
All right, I'm away.
All right. How do you break a hot water heater?
I knew there was something wrong with Lucy, you know, and I went to try to talk to her, and then Clark comes along, you know, telling me to, you know, being all possessive, telling me to get away from his date and being completely stupid. And then Molly comes by, tells me to go back to work. So, I can't believe I let her leave with that clown. I cannot believe it.
Well, he drugged her, Aaron. What were you supposed to do?
Well, I could have said no to Molly, you know, but instead I backed out. I swear, if it wasn't for Paul Ryan, I can't even imagine. Well, you know, I can't even think about this right now.
No, Aaron, don't blame yourself. Seriously? I mean, you already just said that Lucy was angry with you. She would have probably just sent you back inside.
Maybe. You know, if I would have messed up so bad in the first place, she would have never ended up with that jerk.
You're never going to stop wanting her, are you?
I don't think so.
Well, then maybe I should talk to her.
It's not going to work. I think Lucy's made up her mind.
Well, minds get made up and then they get changed. I mean, Chris and I, we were so not happening, and now, right now, it's the best time in my life.
Hi, Curtis.
Afternoon, Miss Hughes. May I show you to a table?
Thank you. That would be very nice. This is my friend, Mrs. Leonard.
It's a pleasure. All right, follow me.
Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of what happened between you and Lucy is because of me, and the least that I can do is try to help you guys get back together.
And you think she's gonna listen to you? After you lied about me getting you pregnant? Come on, Allison.
Well, then maybe that's the way that I can start. A full confession and a full apology.
It's not gonna work.
But Aaron, did you forget about how convincing I can be?
Then what?
I'll, try to show her what she's missing. And tell her that finding someone after you've been missing them for so long, it's like the best feeling you can have. And she would be crazy to walk away from it, especially with a guy like you.
I don't want her to think that I sent you.
No, she won't, I promise.
What did I do to deserve you, Al?
You mean that in a good way, right?
Yeah.
Everything okay? Thank you.
Chris's mother's over there. Do you think that she saw me?
Probably.
I should probably go and say hello.
I don't know. It's just...
Well, isn't this a coincidence?
I'll say. I'm sorry, Allison Stewart. This is my friend, Mrs. Leonard.
How do you do?
It's nice to meet you.
I noticed you were with Aaron Snyder.
That's why I'm here. I had annulment papers from our marriage for him to sign.
You're still friendly with him then?
Well, yeah, Aaron's a great guy.
He's also the guy who tried to put my son in prison.
Only because he thought that Chris was to blame for my accident.
And then he admitted that wasn't true, didn't he? After weeks of insisting that he was telling the truth?
Look, I really don't need you lecturing me about Aaron. He's a really great friend, and he's going to stay my friend whether you like it or not.
You know, Diane, I really don't like the atmosphere in here today. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Finally. I was starting to think maybe you ran away.
Oh, hi, Paul. I'm sorry. I was just about to call you.
With some good news.
You want a decision on the spot about whether I'm coming to BRO?
Yeah. You're not going to make me beg, are you? Okay, fine. You can't see me right now, but I'm begging. I'm on my hands and knees and I'm begging. It's okay. I'm not proud. Just tell me that it's working.
You know, before I make a decision, there's a question that I need to ask you.
Shoot.
In person.
Okay. Lakeview Lounge, 25 minutes.
I can't. I don't have a sitter. Is there any chance you could come to my place? Hi.
Let's cut to the chase. What is it you wanted to ask me?
Did you have anything to do with Rosanna losing her son?
Coming up on As the World Turns.
I need you to help me, Molly. I need you to tell me the truth about Paul Ryan.
Fine, go ahead and tell him, because whether I'm friends with Aaron or not, that is none of Chris's business.
Oh. What's none of my business?
I can't believe you would even ask me that question, Carly. I thought you knew me better than that.
It's not an accusation. It's an honest question.
Oh,
and I'd like an answer. Did you have anything to do with my sister losing her son?
Did I go to Canada and illegally adopt a baby? Oh, no, that was Craig. Oh, or did I lie to Rosanna when she asked me how the adoption could have happened so quickly? Oh, no, that was Craig, too. Or after the baby had been there for a while and Rosanna had fallen in love with Cabot, you think that I was the one who lied to Rosanna when she asked over and over again if there was anything she needed to know about this adoption. You'd be wrong about that, too, Carly, because that, too, was Craig.
Okay. I see your point.
It's only one person responsible for Rosanna losing Cabot, and that's Craig. The responsibility begins and ends with him.
I'm sorry if I offended you or insulted
you. What you did insult me a little bit. What Craig did to Rosanna is beyond cruel. And for you to even think that I'm on the same level...
Oh, give me a break. You're not exactly a Boy Scout yourself. I was there, Paul, at your wedding to Rose.
This has nothing to do with that.
No, it doesn't. Not directly, but it did show me, and everybody else in this town for that matter, how far you are willing to go for revenge.
Oh, so before you even asked me that question, you had already decided that I was guilty?
I didn't say that.
Well, I guess it makes sense. And Craig tried to frame me for murder, so naturally, I tried to take his kid away from him. There's only one problem with that thinking. It's... Cabot has a mother, too. And I would never do anything like that to hurt Rosanna.
And that's what I thought.
I don't even know why you started this conversation.
Craig was just here, and he seems convinced that you're the person who told the police about Cabot.
He's trying to absolve himself of all guilt. I thought that would be obvious to you.
Oh, it is. But I hope you understand I had to ask. I can see that I was wrong, and we don't ever have to discuss it again.
That didn't take long. Nuts. Mike! Thank God you're here. Thank you. I tried to fix the hot water heater myself, and I was not born to plumb, obviously. So yeah, take that off because you don't want to get that leather wet. And yeah.
Where's all the smoke?
It stopped, and I opened the window, so I guess it just.
You turned off the water heater, right?
Was I supposed to? Well, that should keep him busy for a while. So now all we have to do is wait for Katie to get home.
Katie, you got a minute?
Yeah, sure. Oh, if this is about that patient in 419, I never told her she could get out of bed.
Relax. Mrs. Rollins has blamed everyone in this hospital for her fall, except you. No, I was going to ask you to do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
I talked to Mike Kazanoff about staying in Oakdale.
What did he tell you?
Well, I asked him to submit a bid on the construction for the emergency room expansion, and he said he was not available, that he was leaving town for good.
Well, you know, Mike, he can be very impulsive.
Yeah, so I gathered. You know, he did a great job on the burn unit, and it would make my life a lot easier if he would do the emergency room as well.
Well, you know, you could talk to Ben Harris. They're very good friends. I'm sure he'd be willing to have a talk with Mike.
And you would not.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain, Dr. Hughes. In fact, I can't even explain it myself, but Mike and I were just... I can't. I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Mrs. Hughes, can we please talk about this?
What could there possibly be to say?
How about I'm sorry?
I just asked a normal question, and it seemed to me there was no reason for you to be so rude.
You're right, I shouldn't have taken the bait.
The bait? Is everything in life with you a game?
I think that you were trying to pick a fight with me.
Why would I do that?
Because you don't like Chris being in love with me and you want me out of your house.
Let's get one thing straight, kiddo. If I didn't want to have you here in my home, I never would have invited you to move in.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe you figured that if I was around all the time, you could make me look bad in front of Chris, and then he would want to get rid of me on his own.
Allison, for crying out loud, there's nobody in the world that has ever been able to make you do anything that you didn't already want to do.
Okay, maybe I didn't go to college, but I know when someone doesn't like me, and you certainly don't.
And you are certainly wrong. I actually find out that I do like you. I just don't like the things you do.
All I did, and all I wanted to do, was go up and say hello and then leave. But then you had to start bugging me about Aaron.
Well, Allison, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bug you. But your friend Aaron had been working overtime to put my son in prison. Didn't it ever occur to you that that might bug me? And then I look up, and there you are, standing in the middle of the restaurant with your arms wrapped around his neck.
So are you going to tell Chris? Fine, go ahead, tell him, because whether I'm friends with Aaron or not, that is none of Chris's business.
Oh.
Hey. What's none of my business?
When are you coming to work for me at BRO?
Well, I haven't made up my mind.
Money, fame, the opportunity to do whatever work you want to do. What part of that are you not sure about?
The part where I have to lie for you?
I see, I don't look at it like that.
You want me to wait around while you squeeze Barbara out of the company. That's not going to happen overnight. It may never happen at all.
Thank you. It'll happen, Carly. Trust me. You give me some time, Barbara's going to be crawling to the door bleeding.
You really hate her that much.
Yeah, I know it must sound funny. His son is supposed to love his mother. You know, call her on Sunday, send her for a cruise on her birthday. Something you need to know about me, Carly. I hate her.
Because of what she did to Rose?
Because of what she did to me. I mean, she smothered me, she strangled me, and told me how much she loved me. She's making me feel like there's no way I'm ever going to be able to make a woman happy.
I'm sorry. That's too much. I don't think I can be involved in that.
Okay, look, I can guarantee you that you will have nothing to do with my family. All you will have to do is design whatever it is that you want.
Really? No input?
No restrictions. I give you complete artistic freedom. I have faith in you, Carly. You'll come through.
You already know I'm interested. But I have all that money from Rosanna. Maybe it would be better if I went out on my own, regardless of the hassles.
What, you're going to spend all your time dealing with advertising and then hiring and firing and marketing? That's what I do for a living, Carly. Believe me. You do that, you're not going to have a second to even pick up a pen and a sketch pad.
I wouldn't be doing it all myself. I'd have a staff. I'd have a personal assistant.
Yeah, and in 10 years from now, maybe you'd make money. But you'd lose money for the first 10 years in a BRO that is already out of the way. All you have to do is be brilliant.
And I won't have to deal with Barbara.
No, not at all.
There's something else that we didn't discuss.
Money, whatever it is. You let me know, I'll break my back, make sure you get it.
Well, you're making it very hard to say no.
Well, then say yes. Look, this is right for you, Carly. Barbara's had her turn in the spotlight. Now it's your turn.
Like I said, you're making it real hard to say no.
Oh, that's great. That's great. We're going to do great things together, Carly. You're not going to regret this.
Hey, Totai with a surprise.
May I?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be here for very long, but sure.
I need you to tell me the truth about something, Molly.
Well, like I said, I'm on my way out.
Did Paul Ryan call the Canadian authorities and tell them about Cabot?
I don't know. You know, Paul and I aren't friends. He doesn't tell me what he does or doesn't do.
I think he might have told you this.
Craig, I know that you're hurting over losing your son. But pointing fingers isn't going to bring him back.
Yes, you're right. And he's with his mother, fine. But I have been betrayed, Molly. And I need to know who betrayed me.
Well, good luck with that. Can I have my coat?
Molly, all around my house are memories of the son I almost had. There's toys, his favorite blanket. And it's very quiet. No crying, no twinkle, twinkle.
I feel for you, Craig. I do.
I know. Because you've gone through this. You know what it's like. How empty a house, how empty a heart can feel when children are taken away.
It's not the same. Bridget and Michelle
were stolen out of your life. I know you feel that pain.
God, why are you doing this?
Because I need you to help me, Molly. As one grieving parent to another, I need you to tell me the truth about Paul Ryan.
Years ago, they committed a crime.
Did any of you ever once look back at that river after you walked away?
Now one witness will stop at nothing for justice.
Meet me at the old fairground.
There are 5 of us, one of her. What's going to happen?
Oh, do, gentlemen. Do come to the fair.
Guiding Light on CBS.
Henry.
Yeah.
Need a switcher if something stinks so.
Yeah, sure. Anything you need. How's the water heater coming?
It's almost fixed.
Great. That's good news, you know, because I really wanted to take a hot bath. My skin gets so flaky, you know, when it gets cold like this, and I just, not interested.
Not even a little bit.
I'll get that sweatshirt.
Good.
Chris, hi. Were you at the accountant's? How did that go?
Fine. Everything all right here?
Sure.
It was just a minor misunderstanding.
About what?
I took the enrollment papers over For Erin at Metro, and your mother was there, and I gave Erin a hug, and she saw us.
What can I say? Aaron Snyder did his best to put you in prison, and I have a hard time understanding how Allison can shrug that off so easily.
It was a hug, that's all. It's not like I was making out with him.
Well, I guess I just don't have the warm, fuzzy feelings for him that you do.
Well, you don't know Aaron as well as I do. And it's like I said before, whether I'm going to be friends with him or not, that is no one else's business.
You're wrong, Allison. It's my business, too.
Can't compare your situation to mine, Craig. I didn't lose Bridget Michelle because I tried some illegal adoption process. I lost Bridget Michelle because Jake died. Look, you went and found your misery. Mine came looking for me.
Molly, I thought the adoption was legitimate. All right? Now, all I am saying here is pain, and I think you know what I mean.
I can't make it better for you.
I know. You're not doing this for me. You're doing this for yourself.
How do you figure that?
Because I think you told Paul about Cabot. And he used it against me. And that destroyed my family, Molly. So I need you to tell me, and I'm going to ask you one last time. Did Paul Ryan call the Canadian police and turn me in?
Craig, wait.
Oh, this is great. I feel like this huge weight's been lifted off of my shoulders.
Oh, I do too.
Okay, listen, I don't mean to put any pressure on you, but if there's anything that you want me to look at, design-wise.
Oh, no, I'm gonna need some time for that.
Goodness, time? All right, fine. But you gotta call me soon.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Oh, Jack! How long have you been here?
A couple of minutes.
Oh, why didn't you say anything?
Didn't want to disturb you. Okay. I guess you guys have a lot to talk about, so, Jack, it's really good to see you. Carly, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So what was he doing here?
He offered me a job at BRO.
What happened? Barbara getting to him already?
It was very attractive.
Yes, but you said no, right? Because in case you haven't noticed, whoever gets caught up in that family ends up on a casualty list if they make it out alive, Carly.
No, Jack. I accepted the offer.
Are you out of your mind?
Next week on As the World Turns.
What if I told you that Carly Tenney is working with your son to destroy you?
Oh, Paul, pleading temporary insanity. Tell me you've changed your mind. You've lost your mind. Your evil twin has taken over. I really don't care. But call the deal off. Just relax and enjoy some guilt-free fun.
She's dead, and your son, your poor son, is locked up in a mental institution because of you.
Oh, my God, Lily, what are you doing?